Russia's largest oil terminal on the Baltic Sea was thrown into chaos overnight after Ukraine launched one of its biggest aerial assaults in months, striking the Primorsk port in the Leningrad region. A vital hub for Moscow's maritime exports and its so-called shadow fleet of aging tankers used to skirt sanctions. Ukraine's security services told multiple outlets the strikes also hit several pumping stations supplying the nearby ust-luga terminal, close to Estonia's border. The assault underscored Kyiv's growing ability to disrupt critical Russian energy facilities far from the front lines. The Russian Defense Ministry said more than half of the 221 drones launched were intercepted, particularly over the Bryansk and Smolensk regions, where Lukoil installations were also targeted. In Leningrad, officials confirmed 28 drones were destroyed, but admitted fires broke out at a vessel and a pumping station in Primorsk before being extinguished. They stressed there were no casualties or oil leaks. The impact stretched across Russia. In Bryansk, a drone slammed into a bus, injuring 7 people, 5 civilians and 2 soldiers, Governor Alexander Bogomaz said. Elsewhere, debris was reported in several regions, and flights at St Petersburg's Pulkovo airport were briefly suspended. Even nuclear infrastructure came under attack. State energy giant Rosatom reported a drone hit on a power unit at the Smolensk nuclear power plant near the Belarus border. Officials also reported drones downed in at least 9 regions, including Kaluga, Novgorod and the Moscow area, where 9 were destroyed. Moscow's figures, which the BBC said could not be independently verified, suggest Thursday's strike was among the heaviest on Russian soil in more than 4 months. Russia previously claimed to have destroyed a record 524 drones on May 7th, while Ukrainian officials countered that Moscow has launched more than 800 drones against their territory in recent weeks. Analysts say the attacks highlight Kyiv's broader strategy, choking Russia's energy arteries. The White House noted last month that Ukrainian strikes disabled around 20% of Russia's refining capacity in August, a blow compounded by Western sanctions. Those disruptions have rippled outward. The Druzhba pipeline, lifeline for exports to Hungary and Slovakia, has been hit, while inside Russia, Moskovsky Komsomolets warned fuel supplies were near critical, with long queues, rationing and soaring prices reported in the Far East. At the same time, Moscow has intensified its own missile and drone barrages on Ukrainian cities and power grids as peace efforts falter. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Friday that negotiations had hit a pause, blaming Ukraine's European allies for hindering progress. The overnight barrage came just hours before Russia and Belarus opened their quadrennial Zapad military drills, this time clouded by an incident in which several Russian drones were shot down or fell on Polish soil, prompting Warsaw to denounce an unprecedented breach of its airspace.